scared of me. I done been through hell and back. I'm seeing demons every day, calling the kettle black. Perfectionist, if you perfect, where your medal at? My life was going downhill, I had to pedal back. These niggas always wanna talk about the lame shit. If I look back on my life, I wouldn't change shit. Maybe a couple more cars so I can lane switch. If I put that mic on silence and never sang shit. This my life and that's your job, dawg. I'm too hot, got me thinking did the clouds fall? Probably not, shit just put me back up in the bleachers. Back when all a nigga had was a pair of sneakers.
By the name of Eric Deity, make sure you check out Black Ice TV.
But there is an untapped power in women that they fear being unleashed, but hey, the women warriors are back. So and so I really want to talk about I wanted to talk about changing the narrative. I'm just going to go really quickly, and I hope you get this concept, because you see, what we need to do is we need to renew our minds, because our minds are totally brainwashed, and they are using our minds to divide us against ourselves and cage our spirit. All power, all knowledge, all connection, perfect health, perfect wisdom, power to heal, power to raise the dead, power to move the mountain into the sea, is all in our spirit, but our spirit is caged by our dysfunctional mind. And so we need to fix this dysfunctional mind. And so the inner healing and the personal work that each of us must, need to do is the most important thing. Because we have a soul, we have a spirit, and the spirit is inside of us. That is our God nature. That is the seed of the Most High in us. That is the spirit where we came from, because we're not from here, but we were seeded here. and this was given to us as a kingdom. But that means we came from somewhere else. And so we have to realize that in that spirit, we can even connect to, because sometimes they say only a tiny percentage of who we really are is even operating here. There is such a bigger level of who Dr. Mumbi is, but I can only access that when I work on myself. And so if they keep me busy hating on them, obsessed with how they treated me, obsessed with, my poverty, my this, my that, they keep me from accessing the power and information that is inside of me.
Come on.
And in the morning, my aunt, I'm here with my aunt, she gave me this amethyst for protection. But we take that very seriously. Like, you got to be protected. This is not for the faint-hearted. But you have no choice.
Come on now.
It's not like, oh, it's too hot, the fire's too hot, I'm just going to stay over here. You have no choice. And she was listening to Miles Monroe, and Miles Monroe was talking about how we were supposed to be self-governing beings, which means like all righteousness, all laws, all the destiny, and all the tools you need to accomplish it are all inside. And you're supposed to, you just know right from wrong. You're supposed to just know. And what has happened is they have made us into people who can't even manage their lives. We can't even manage our community. We can't come together. You know what I mean? Like Mozambique is in trouble right now. How many of us even have the power of mind and the power of spirit to come together and organize something to help our brothers and sisters? We've been so disconnected. And this is where they've gotten into our heads. And they've made us dysfunctional. And because of that dysfunction, everything we touch has that flavor of dysfunctionality. So my request was just to talk about how, now I'm just like, okay. So basically we're spirit, and then we've got the soul. The soul is your mind and your emotions. And your mind and your emotions are it's like your operating system. That's what helps you move around. That's where you download your vision, your destiny. And these things, when you download something, because a lot of us are looking for the destiny out there, we're looking for the money out there. If you're operating in full power and you say you need $10,000, for example, your power in here should be able to draw that to you. That's the kind of power I'm talking about. I'm making it about money because that's something that a lot of people can relate to, but it's deeper than that. It's like if you're sick, you should be able to draw your healing from yourself. And we don't even have that power because we're operating totally like in a dysfunctional mind, and it's not our fault, It's something that, they try and tell us to say, well, there was a fall. There was a disconnection from the Most High, from who we are, and from the world out there. But now that we're reconnected, so you can plug yourself back in to the universal system. You can plug yourself back into the Most High. And, they say that this is such a critical time. Because it's the end of time for some. But we are eternal beings, so it is a returning of time. It is a reset. And the reason we fell so far is because we needed to understand what negativity has about. And so it's a blessing that we've had this opportunity to interact with that negative side. Because never, ever again will we ever be in this situation. I'm totally off my script, which I spent like days creating. That's okay. I started to sit such a piece about this, about how you have to be a vessel, and it's not really a vessel to say what needs to be said. It's not about me, it's not about Dr. Michelle, it's about are we awakening our people. And so we need to realize that, there's no battle. So, they're going to try and convince us that there's a battle of good and evil. Evil has already won. Light has come to the world, and darkness shall be overcome. But they have what you believe is what you manifest. And so you know the way they used to say first world, second world, third world? They're right about that. But you see, we were in the first world, if you want to create that. We were in the spiritual realm, and they brought us to the third world through our mentality. And they keep us in the third world through our mentality. And they want as many of us to fall. So as I was riding with Brother Leo here, he was talking about, and this really just blew my mind, because a lot of us are like, judgment come, the wrath of the Most High, you know, burn Babylon. But our brothers and sisters are in Babylon. And Babylon is not a place, it's a system and it's a state of mind. And it's a defeatist state of mind. Because you see, with colonialism, the colonizer, the Mzungu, he needed other bodies to control us. But they got into our minds by pulling us out of our homes, sending us to school, pulling us out of our language, because language defines reality. We create through our words. So how can you create in a foreign man's words, where you say one thing and it could mean multiple things? Where you say God and you could be talking about a demon God, you could be talking about, you know, the goddess of the oceans, you could be talking about Lucifer himself, because God is just a title. So you have, you know, it's very important to understand what that title means to different people, and that's what's happening right now. Is a lot of people, okay, I'm getting off topic, but a lot of people are listening to people who are talking about God, but they don't know that the gods they serve are not the Most High Creator. So really, it's about renewing this mind and claiming back this mind. It's not an easy thing. It's not something that just happens. It takes a lot of work, because we've been so fragmented and we have to bring it back, you know, we have to bring ourselves back together. But the thing that is a blessing is that it is our season. So when it's your season, you're propelled. Before we were in, you know, what they like to call the dark ages or the Pisces. You know how they follow the stars and stuff. We were in their season. But now we're in our season. Oh, sorry. But now we're in our season. And so it's not about anybody helping you out. It's not about anybody coming to save you. It's not about anybody coming and rescuing you and teaching you. Yes, there will be elders on the way, but you'll find that the awakening process is very personal. Because first you have to deal with the devil in your own heart. The one that tells you that you're inadequate. The one that tells you your brother and sister is an enemy. The one that keeps you here in the dirt, in the muck of your emotions, of, oh, I'm useless, I'm this, and we don't realize that I am. You know, so when you say I am, oh, I'm so poor, oh, I'm so stupid, like what? You're cursing yourself. And I always say, you know, the Mzungu is such a wizard. I have to admire just the wizard of how his thing has worked, where he has put me in my own chains. And he has thrown me in my own prison. And I am my own jail keeper, and I'm the one keeping myself from freedom. So we must start to contend with ourselves. There are those things that you need to start dealing with, you know, and you keep putting it off. You keep saying, oh, tomorrow, I got work, I have to work 7 days a week, I'm busy, you know, the system, whatever. But that's the biggest lie from the pit of hell, because the most important thing is saving you and saving your family. You cannot save your family if you have not saved yourself. And that's why, you know, when you're on the plane, they tell you first put the oxygen mask, and then even if you have a kid, then put it on them. That's the concept of, you know, this thing works in concentric circles. So you heal yourself, you heal your family, you heal your community, then you heal the nation. So what the awakening looks like is basically asking yourself some fundamental questions, because you have to learn how to hear from the Most High, and you know, they call them angels, you can call them ancestors, but there's a kingdom, because I feel like I can hear the entire kingdom, you know. And so you have to learn how to tune your frequency to hear them, and then to declutter your mind from Eurocentric thinking. And declutter your heart from the desires of things that really don't have value, that you've been tricked into thinking are important when they're not. And no one can do that work for you. But let me tell you something. When you start doing that, everything starts to align. It's like a domino effect. Things start to align. The teacher you need will appear. The healer you need will appear. You know, the person who will transform your mind, those leaders and teachers and healers will appear. And now we have the internet, so they may even appear. I don't know if this has ever happened to someone where you open the YouTube and on your playlist is just the answer to the question that you had in your heart. And it's like, what? No, it's not magic. So when I go to battle and when I'm doing war, it's not just Dr. Mumbi walking in. It's my grandmoms who's no longer here. It's my ancestors. It's the warrior kings. It's the warrior queens. All of them are pushing me forward because they cried for this day.
Come on, share.
They cried. They bled. And they called out. You know, because people keep saying, oh, we need to call out. They did call out. And we are the answer to that. And there are those that are walking among us that are the answers to that. And maybe a lot of you are even sitting here. And you know there's a calling on your heart. What are you waiting for? Because you know what? You're not special. If you don't do it, you'll be replaced by someone else. Because the revolution will not be stopped. And so you don't have And so you don't have the luxury of choosing whether you're going to your destiny or you stay in your 9 to 5. You must transition. That is the call of this season. That is the call of this time. Work on yourself. Heal those things that are broken in you. Those broke from your family, from your relationships, your intimate relationships, your work relationships. Start rising above, because this whole thing is going to require a lot of maturity on our part, where you can't allow the same triggers to tap into your energy, because what has happened is that they have disconnected our minds from our spirit, and then they've reprogrammed it, and they have to constantly program us. So it's not like they can program, they have to constantly feed us this narrative, so that our spirit is still in the cage. Because even from the cage, the spirit is still like, yo, He'll give us advice even if you don't hear it, but the Spirit is constantly speaking. The Most High never keeps quiet. He's always talking. But are you listening, and are you able to listen right? Because there's also some who have devils in their mind. Telling them to jump off a building, you know, telling them to punch their wife, telling them to, you know, to do crazy things. It's always just react, you know, that you've been, you know. And so it's really to understand that flowing in the Spirit of the Most High is flowing in peace, it's flowing in power, and it's flowing in a calmness. Because the calmness comes from knowing that everything has already happened. You are literally just stepping into it like an actor, you know, in a play, just walking into the unveiling of what you need to do. Because a lot of us are here on assignment, and we need to recognize we're here on assignment. And this whole thing, I've really not talked about, I wanted to really talk about the individual, but I actually did a show today which kind of aligned with this, which is, I did plan. But you can go and look at what you need to do individually to kind of access your power. That's Dr. Lily Show on YouTube. So that will give you like an individual thing, because I'm feeling that we need to talk about why this matters. And this matters is because we have a group consciousness. We have a group mind. And that group mind is the omnipresence of the Most High. Because the sun never sleeps on the African nation. We are everywhere. And we are asleep, but if we were to awaken, that would mean our empire, the sun would never set. Somewhere, there's a black person who is mourning, you know? And so, we really have to understand that, okay, so this group consciousness is fed by all of us. That means, you know, they say there's about 2 billion, let's say, or 1.5 billion Africans out there. All of us feed this group mind. Now what has happened is our group mind has been hijacked by the enemy. So he's constantly in our group mind, giving us stories, you know, in our images, in our symbols. Because, you know, the Zungu isn't just talking. He's not doing this, especially the brother. Let me call them the brotherhood. Because Africa was conquered by a brotherhood through psychic means. And they keep us enslaved through these psychic means, through blood sacrifices of our own people, etc., etc. I won't go too deep into that. But also through the psychological warfare. That now, you know, we're constantly traumatized with seeing our people being killed, seeing our children half naked, seeing our people being fed. And so that situation of the group mind means that our group mind is always being manipulated. You know what I mean? We can't control it because the narrative is always someone else is telling us, oh, this is happening in Africa. And we never have an opportunity to recover. Because every time it's something, and especially this year, we've been so bombarded. That's right. Because in January, there was a false, was it January or early February, there was a false flag in Kenya. And there was a quote-unquote terrorist attack. Next thing, the Ethiopian plane goes down, which it didn't even crash, but those are stories for other days. Because it was tracked by a satellite to Kenya, it went on the runway for 16 minutes and actually went into a hangar. They show this because they have the thing, they have these satellite tracking systems. So then there's Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Malawi. Now there's been an earthquake in Nairobi. Why are they quickening? Because we are quickening, but they are quickening as well. And the brotherhood is extremely dangerous because their time is up. And they don't know the nature of this awakening. They've tried, you know, which is why you see these mass vaccinations, because they know there's a lineage that will come in at such a time as this. Millions and millions. I'm talking about millions and millions have come at this time. Millions of kings and queens from beyond have come back in this time. Millions who mastered. You see, Yeshua was one master teacher, but we had many, we've been here for billions of years. We've had many master teachers. We've had many master spirits, you know, and you can go into the higher vibration that they bring in. We've always had that. And yet we're made to believe that it was only one and, you know, there will be no one else. But there are many that are in spirit right now. There are many of your children that are, because the children that are coming up now are totally different. I am so shocked that a big part of my audience is under 14. Like that really, really surprises me because I'm like, oh, do they even get it? Like, you know. But it's really, really important for us to just realize the season and times. It's important for us to realize the importance of controlling the group mind. We need to recapture our group mind. How do we recapture our group mind? Every single person in here needs to be working on their own consciousness. As you work on your own consciousness, it raises the vibration and the thinking of the group consciousness. So that is why yourself, you know, your raising, your healing is connected to the global healing of our people. Because right now, we have no power. If you look at the things that are happening to us and we can't speak, it's because we are operating in their matrix, which totally disempowers us. So I just want to encourage you to work on yourself, feed that group mind, and you need to start networking. You network just by taking your ancestors who are here back to Africa. Just by going on holiday and having a good time, you go and you deposit something on the continent. The same as when Africans come here. And that's really where we need to work. But we need to stop, we need to change what's up here, like hating one another, the competition, the envy, the lack mentality, so thinking because I don't have, you know, they're taking what I could have. No. Like we need to move out of that and move into a place and a position of power. And it's all inside of you. That's all I came to say. I didn't really come to even, you know, give you anything, but to just tell you, look inside. Look inside your own heart and follow the instructions. Because it takes work to get yourself right. All of us are broken. So we're all sick. All of us who are in here have some sort of brokenness. And the only way to heal is to start asking, okay, who am I? Why am I here? Where did I come from? What do I need to be doing? And slowly, I'm telling you, that inner voice will answer.
That's right. That's
and
right.
it will lead you. And it will bring others to guide you across the river, to guide you across the stream, to take you across the lake. That spirit will never forsake you. And if you walk in that faith of that inner healing, if you say, I intend to heal myself now, you will see things start to change. And I mean, I could give an entire workshop of what happens when you start healing, because usually your entire life will start to kind of crack and break apart, because where you are right now cannot hold who you really are. So you'll see a lot of like people leaving your life, a lot of circumstances leaving your life. Some you might think for bad, some you might, you know, but that's that detachment to the material world, because when you come back, you're always in more power. So work on yourselves, love yourselves, heed the call of the voice inside you. You have a specific role to play. Not all of us can do it. We need to become the global omnipresent body of the Most High, operating in unison. You know, and that is the only way we can do that, is by raising our vibrations. I know we're going to be having a few questions and answers. I hope this word has blessed you and just uplifted your spirit. And we love you. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, Onkwabu, you know, today's been a critical day and it's been a deep day. How have you found it today going on?
Wonderful, wonderful. We have Dr. Mumbi here with us.
Yes.
And it just showed that the link up that we are linking up with both the diaspora and the motherland is a must blood.
Yes.
You know, see.
In your own experiences between what's been going on with the African diaspora and the African people, what do you feel that needs to be done?
It's not what needs to be done.
Yes.
It's what has been done.
What has been done?
We have broken down the barrier and we eliminate the myth. You know, see it, you know, and we eliminate the fear to know that only we can do for we. Only we can do for we. And there's not a grant nor nothing that can set us free than us. You understand?
Okay. So I just wanted to say a quick one in that what has been happening with Galaxy Radio at the moment, and this experience in a nutshell?
Well, it's it. Galaxy move on to the other level, you know. Because from an internet, from an FM to an internet, that's a great improvement. You know, because you know that the FM soon be out.
Yes.
And you know, so we have to deal with the future.
Of course.
We have to deal. One of the things now, we are gathering a lot of young people because you know we can't depend on the port all the time. So a lot of people, young people, is coming to take over and help to run Galaxy. But Galaxy is moving.
Okay. Just give us a little shout out, Black Eyes TV 7.
Well, Black Eyes TV, you know that we can't do without the IDEM, you understand, you know?
Yes.
We have the BBC and we have ITV, but nothing like Black Eye TV for we.
Budum. Quick experience. How do you experience today?
Blessed. Obviously, we've been checking out the sister for a hot minute still. You know what I mean? So it's best to see her in the flesh.
Yes.
She's got a powerful spirit.
Yeah.
And she's magnetic.
Yeah.
As you can see, you know, with the platform that she developed, you can turn that across like the internet, but to see her in person, it's a blessing. So looking forward to the question and answer.
Yeah.
See what she's gonna say, you know what I mean?
So when are they gonna put the footage out?
We'll see. We'll see in it. Just stay tuned in it.
All right.
Kush TV, I mean.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
What's her name again? Mumbi?
Yeah, Mumbi. Yeah. This is Black Eyes TV 7, and I just want to give us a criteria of what you've learned from the woman herself.
Well, you know, it was refreshing to hear a voice coming from the continent of what's happening out there directly, and for me, that she's given a good balanced view of the political and also the ecological system out there as well. And it's very vital that we use these platforms that we are actually in our hands by the internet, right, to get our message out there. It's very vital. So from that is what I've taken away from this, is that we all have a voice, right, and we have to utilize that as well.
Please, brother. If they want to find you, how can they find you?
I'm a member of the Black Farmer Support Group, and you can get the information from me. My name's Aston, through the bfsg.org.uk.
Thank you, brother.
A place where these wrongs go.
Wellness Salute, Supernova Science by Medicine Man. So the Super Mega Greens is a great wellness supplement to take pre and post workout. All you gotta do is grab a scoop, put in some water, some fruit juice, shake it and go. It's a great convenience for cell building, fresh oxygen to the cells. So when you're pre-working out, that extra pump, extra oxygen to the bloodstream from the plant proteins to get you amazing magnetism and the boost in the gym. Post-workout, it's a great recovery meal. Great for cell replenishing and rejuvenation. The Mega Greens has holistic, organic supplements, wheatgrass, spirulina, dandelion, alfalfa, chlorella, and ginger. Those working in tandem together creates an amazing, exuberant, extraordinary matrix of power, endurance, clarity, and fortification for your cells, your bones, your kidneys, your organs, your brain waves to be electromagnetic in everything and all that you do. Super Mega Green Superfoods will electrify you.
Remaining out with bullshit, flawless, you know how I go. Black power looking good and we let it show. We stack by the hour, yeah, we let it grow. These crackers not doing nothing, we let them know. Nothing we can do gon' change us. We always gon' be around, we gon' bang what. We never gon' simmer down, you can't tame us. No religion, no mysticism can chain us. Black is over here when I'm talking. I'm repping for the